Hello, Mike, I need you to call me back, please.
So I get that message. And of course, I know that I need to call this customer back pretty quick. I could tell from the tone in her voice that she was a little stressed, maybe a little irate, which is never a good thing, especially when you know your technician is at that property at the time of that call. But before calling her back, I needed to get some more information. So I texted my guy, no response, which is okay because he's supposed to be working. So then I call him and then it rings and rings and rings. And eventually it goes to voicemail. So I call her back. I'm going in blind. She picks up almost immediately and starts screaming at me. Now, let me give you a little backstory on this customer. And I'm also going to show you some of the text messages. She'd found us on Google. She called the number. She got my answering service who collected all of her information. And then I reached out with a price. So after going back and forth on the services that she wanted and the pricing to go along with those services, we came to an agreement. She wanted to get her house, her gutters, and her deck cleaned. So with all of that out of the way, it was time to get her on the schedule. And I told her that we had availability a couple days the following week, and we could get there as early as 8:30 a.m. She had said that she would prefer to be the last appointment of the day because she needed to get off work early so she could be there. And I assured her that that wasn't really necessary, that we would take care of everything once the work was complete and she had time to inspect it. She could then pay the invoice that I would email to her. She said that that was awesome, but also said that she preferred to be home when the work was done. Not a problem. But this is just one of the little things that we do to try to make life a little bit easier for our customers, making that customer experience a lot better. Regardless, we put her on the schedule. And before we get into that, I did want to let you know that we are doing $100 off our How to Wash course this week only. So if you want to get the number one selling pressure washing and soft washing training in the world, check out How to Wash. We cover the equipment, the processes, the chemicals, how to mix them, how to apply them, how to wash everything on a residential property from the roof to the concrete and everything in between. Don't miss this chance to shortcut the learning curve. Give your business a jump start. Do it the right way, not the hard way. The link is in the description below. So there were really no red flags with this customer. She wanted to be home, customary. She had a particular time in mind, not out of the ordinary. And on the day of the appointment, and it was a late afternoon appointment, as I had mentioned, I did get a text from her about 8:30 a.m. Asking what time we would be there. Now, I explained to her that there were several jobs prior to hers, so it was difficult to give a concrete answer, but assured her that it would be this afternoon. I really don't like to give exact times because then you're locking yourself into something that you might not be able to deliver. And that's the last thing that you want to do is disappoint customers. Now, her response was simply, thank you. Again, no red flags within the entire interaction. There was no bickering about price, trying to negotiate a better deal, always cordial, professional, and honestly, she seemed like a really cool lady. And I should also mention that there was nothing really special about this house. Pretty small, 2,100 square feet, one-story ranch style, built in 1951. Basically, the easiest house, gutter cleaning, and deck cleaning job that you could imagine or hope for. So like I said, I called her back. She immediately starts screaming at me, "The glass is broken. The glass is broken. What did you do? How bad is it? Why didn't you call me?" Like, hysterical. It was a little unnerving. Her reaction was wild. And again, not knowing exactly what was happening, I do not know that anything was broken, right? But I do know that if a piece of glass was broken, it's not the end of the world. And obviously, if it was something that we did, we're going to take care of it. It's not a big deal. But this lady was absolutely hysterical. So I did tell her that she needed to calm down, which she did not like. So don't do that. But I was able to get a couple of words in then. And I explained to her that I had not been able to get in contact with my guy. So I wasn't aware of any issues or any broken glass. But I can say with confidence, had something been broken, I would have been the first person to hear about it. And she says that she knows that it's broken and she has already called the police and they are on the way. Again, coming out of left field, not exactly sure why the police would be involved, but also understand that she was hysterical on the phone. I explained to her that there was no need to call the police, and she said that they were already on their way because of the broken glass. She also said that she was leaving work right then to get to the house to see what was going on and to talk to the police. Again, her prerogative, but I tried to assure her that I thought that she might be overreacting. Again, not the best thing to say. And after I talked to my technician, I would give her a call and let her know exactly what was going on. But she was adamant about getting home to get to the bottom of this and apparently get involved with the police. So for me, now it's just a waiting game, waiting for her to get back to me, waiting for Mac to get back to me, maybe waiting for the police to get back to me. I don't know. And again, also remember, this whole thing transpired over about 5 minutes. So then my phone rings and it's Mac. And I asked him if there was any broken glass and he had no clue what I was talking about. out, no broken glass. And he said he was almost done with the job. And I asked who was there when he got there, because whoever was there said that we broke glass and maybe we need to talk to them so we can figure out what the hell is going on. And he said that no one was there. He knocked on the door like always, and there was no answer. So he just got started. Again, this whole situation was crazy. And then he says, Mike, the police are here, which I forgot to tell him about. My bad, because I really did want him to film the whole thing, but he was a little rattled. He told me that he would call me right back. And he did after sending this message. And as it turns out, the whole thing was caused by a sensor on a window on the garage that apparently got activated when we were cleaning the house. Okay, so triggering the alarm sent a text message to the homeowner, which told her that there was broken or shattered glass. And of course, she starts freaking out because she knows she hired a pressure washing company to clean her property, even though we do soft washing. But regardless, she gets a text notification from the alarm company. She freaked out. The police were sent because that's what alarm companies do, apparently. She's rushing home and nothing's wrong. So I tried to call her back. I assumed she was on her way from work to the house, and she didn't answer me at all. So I shot her a quick text that said, my tech just called, police arrived, no broken glass, sensitive sensor on garage. Also, police left because there was nothing broken and no report needed to be filed. No response. We've got radio silence. So I text Mac and let him know that she is on her way. She was highly upset, and I wasn't exactly sure what he was going to encounter when she got there. Or that was basically the gist of what I said, because I certainly can't show you guys exactly what I did say, because that would just make me look horrible. But he responded back that he talked to her and everything was fine. She then called me, apologizing profusely, saying that everything looked amazing and he was finishing up the job and she couldn't be more happy. A completely different person than the manic, frantic, hysterical lady that was freaking out and screaming at me over a broken window. So I just thanked her, told her that I understood the concern, but also assured her that had anything been broken, we would have taken care of it. And she said that that was one of her main concerns, because a lot of times when she deals with contractors, she says she just doesn't get that warm, fuzzy feeling, right? And she fears that they won't take care of issues should they arise. And she said that she should have known better because we were so responsive, professional, kept her up to date with the schedule and everything else. And then she sent another text later that evening, again, thanking me and saying what a great job Mac did. So I think maybe she was a little bit embarrassed of how she reacted, maybe a little bit of remorse for acting so wild and nutty, but I get it. Maybe it was her first house. Maybe something bad happened in the past. Who knows? But these are all things that we have to deal with when we're running a business. And I could have reacted in a couple different ways. And I'll be honest, in the past, I've reacted in a way that probably shouldn't have, but I guess it just depends on the day, the mood, how I'm come at, what's going on. And that's not always the best way to handle things. But again, this was a crazy one. Police involved, angry customer, could have been horrible, turned out to be nothing. But that is what happens, like I said, when you own your own business. So be prepared, buckle up for the ride, because it will come. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I hope you have a great day. But before having that great day, don't forget to check out How to Wash. We are giving $100 off. All the information is down below, and always check out Quote IQ, because it is the greatest CRM in the history of CRMs. And that's all I got for you. Hope you have a great day.